Hello, my name is Tasha Smutney. I am a double gold consultant and a two-time IATAN card holder. We're going to do a vendor walkthrough and hopefully also a mock booking of Carnival Cruise Line. So we go to goccl.com to log in, and you'll get your username. If you're a super brand new agent, you'll get your username emailed to you. And there'll be a link to, once you register, and there'll be a link to complete your registration and reset your password. So on Carnival, we've got a couple of things to see. So you do up here, we have a way to click for support, and we also have Carnival's phone number to call in for support. Carnival is amazing with support for travel agents. They are fabulous. You can also look at your profile up in here. All right. It'll show you, it's really just showing you your information. If you're ever calling in though and you're unsure of the travel agent phone number, it's in there. So if you're calling in, you can click profile and it'll show up right there, because Archer's number for cruise lines is different. This is the phone number you have to give. Otherwise, they're going to say, oh, I don't have that number. That doesn't register for anyone. Okay. All right. Then on the home page, we have all of these drop-down menus. They're going to be the same as some things you find lower, okay? So under booking, you have create an individual or a group booking. You could also manage your bookings and upgrade clients, okay? You can see all the promotions and different rates. It gives you information on booking procedures, any latest updates to the website. You can also look up your client's VIFP, very important fun person is what that's called. And that's their loyalty number. Excuse me. Allergies are horrible here lately. And then you can also look up the information on the VIFP club. So if you want to know about the loyalty program. So if I click that, it's going to show me everything I need to know about it. All right. And this actually brought me to Carnival, not to the agent page. All right. So the first page doesn't show you much, but what you get, it's going to show you each level. So a blue card, and that's going to be the card they get. Their sailing card will show their level. So blue it's their very first sailing. They'll only be blue on one sailing. So once you make a Carnival account, they get members only offers and a member e-newsletter. Red is their second sailing through 24 points. You get 1 point per day that you sail. So you go on a 5-day cruise, you have 5 points. So if your first cruise was a 5-day cruise, on your second cruise, you're starting with 5 points. And then you just add them up. 24 points, so up to 24 days on cruises with Carnival, you're red. Now you get, the only added benefit at red is they get a complimentary 1.5 liter bottle of water, redeemable at any bar, restaurant, or they can take one of the ones in their stateroom. They do put 2 in there. Be careful, because if you use one of them and then you try to use another one, they'll charge you. So just be aware. I like to get a nice big one from a bar on a sea day, personally. All right, then we have gold, which is 25 days to 74 days. This is where I currently am on Carnival. So now we add, they can get an appreciation drink on 5+ days cruising, redeemable any bar the last evening of the cruise after 5 p.m. So I could get a free drink after 5 p.m. the last night of the cruise. You also get a VIFP club pin every sailing. Mine actually happens to be right here from our cruise. I'm super blurry. Our cruise in April. And they changed, like, this would be the same one any cruise in all of 2024. I haven't taken it out of here yet to put on my lanyard. because I remembered to get it like the last day. But they'll be the same for the whole year, and then each year it changes. All right. Platinum. This is where people start to get more perks. 75 days sailing through 199. Right. Again, the members only offers, the letter, the newsletter, the bottle of water, priority check-in and boarding on embarkation day. So now they get to check in 2 days early. And even if they have an arrival time, they can get on right away. Once they call Platinum they start boarding Platinum, they can go. All right. This was more the priority check-in was more important when they were not doing it by status right after the pandemic. You had to adhere to your boarding time and that kind of a thing. But you can get on at any time once boarding starts as priority check-in or embarkation. There's a platinum and diamond VIFP party on 5+ days sailing, featuring complimentary drinks. Sometimes it's one complimentary drink, so it just depends on the ship and what bar is nearby. A complimentary beverage at Sea Day brunch. They also get, now most of these are the same for diamond. A chocolate delight, which is chocolate dipped strawberries that they can get delivered to their room on a 5+ day cruise. They get the pin that is unique to them, and they sometimes also get a gift. Priority spa reservations, priority water ship boarding, water shuttles. So if you're at a port that there isn't, if they can't go all the way in, they get that. Guests under 18 get $5 worth of arcade. There's that gift I was talking about, the logo gift. There's a priority guest assistant both by phone and a line at guest services. And they can get off the ship quicker. Priority reservations at the main dining room, and then for diamond the difference is they're guaranteed their time preference. Complimentary, they get wash and fold laundry service, 2 bags on a 3 to 6 day cruise, 3 bags on 7, depending on the cruise, depends on what they get. And then all the others are for diamond, which is 200+ days sailing on Carnival. They get priority reservations at specialty, unlimited complimentary wash and fold laundry, special event invitation from the captain, a one-time free cabin upgrade, or 3rd, 4th, 5th guests sail free. So they're getting more for their loyalty. One-time complimentary meal for 2 at specialty restaurants. So those are on each sailing. VIFP club luggage tag presented once at Diamond. And then they have a dedicated toll-free number for sales and service. Now, if they're working with us as a travel agent, they don't need to call because they can't anyway, because we have to take care of everything. All right. There's also a whole section on their ships and sailings. So you can look at each ship. I will just pick one in a second. Then there's, exclusive destinations. You can check out their private ports or islands. Specialty sailings, Australia, fun Italian style, which is, I'm going on one of those ships that they took from Costa Cruise Lines. Carnival Journeys are going to be those cruises that are 14 days or longer, right? So if I click a ship, I'm going to go with the Celebration because it was the first one there, right? It's going to give you an overview of the ship. Some of their newer ships are set up differently than the older ones. I actually feel like the newer ones are harder to look at, but how big the ship is, the guest capacity, the onboard crew numbers, then you can look at all the deck plans, all right? So on this ship, passenger decks start at 4, and you can see the whole thing. So you can zoom in. This is mostly guest cabins. There are some other things in the middle. The Dr. Seuss Bookville. It has the kids club for the youngest kids are down there, which is called Camp Ocean. And then the Family Harbor Lounge. So all their newer ships have what's called Family Harbor which is a family area of the ship. And they have exclusive access to this lounge that has snacks, there's board games. It's just a quieter place for families. A lot of families really like to be able to go in there and do breakfast in there instead of going up to the main buffet. And then anytime you click on one of the rooms, it'll give you the details about it. Like this is an ocean view room. You can see it has the beds put together as a king size bed. There is a couch and there's the nice big window. It gives you the details about it. Two twin beds convert to a king. Then it tells you the amenities. You can also click to see an aerial of the floor plan. All right. Now, this particular room that I clicked has a maximum of 4 guests, which I would guess that means that this is a sofa bed and there's one drop down bunk bed. Okay, so the bathroom and shower, the closet space, it just shows you the floor plan. And then you can look at the different categories in general. So as I said, for interior, typically, as I said, look, there's not going to be a ton of space around the bed. Then an entry hallway with the bathroom and the closet space. No extra seating area, right? And then I want to see the other ones. Oh, back. I want to go back. I'm going to reload the page. For some reason, it's not letting me see the other kinds without going back. All right, then we have the ocean view. They do have different categories: ocean view, family, harbor, ocean view, and then the spa room. So a regular ocean view, again, that room's going to be a bit bigger with the seating area. That family harbor, it's just got different decor, and it also has like a little seating bench by that window, which I think is super cute. I love that. And then the Cloud 9 just has some different decor as well, and they get cloud benefits. Not cloud, spa benefits. The spa on Carnival is called Cloud 9. And then a balcony. Again, there's many types. So they have a cove balcony. And if you can see in here, this is going to be kind of like, there's like a metal and then cut out as opposed to a big open balcony like some of the others. Again, and there you can see the 2 beds. All right. But the balconies are typically that same size as the ocean view. They just have the outdoor space. Then a junior balcony, it's a little bit bigger of a balcony. A regular balcony. Extended balconies. Now, some of them could be curved. They're going to be deeper. They also have forward facing. Now, the forward facing ones are going to have metal in the front to kind of block some of that wind coming in, but they are much deeper. They're extended. Same with the aft view, extended. All right. And when we do the other cruise lines tonight, I won't go through all the types of rooms because it's going to be similar. But then the spa, the difference is just to get spa benefits. All right. They do also have on some called Havana Cabana. The Havana area has its own perks and stuff as well. But I love these because it has this little like outdoor deck with much more room. One thing people don't love is this is a public walkway, but it's only people in the Havana area can go to it. But some people don't love that because people can walk right by. And then they have extended as well. And then when we look at suites, now when we look just at a regular suite, notice there's really not a big difference, right? This is just a suite with an ocean view. This does have a curtain, I believe, that goes across. to separate the adults from the kids area in the, all right. Then they have an ocean suite with a balcony, and it does have that curtain to separate the sections. So it is bigger. And as I said before, nicer like amenities or nicer appointments, I would call them. Then they have an extended balcony, same as an ocean suite, but an extended balcony. A Cloud9 spa, same as the others, but the Cloud. The Havana suite. So the newer ships have more categories, and this we will find across all different cruise lines. Then they have a corner suite, which is going to be a bit odd shaped, but this amazing corner balcony, right? Then they have these Excel suites. This is big enough. There's a table outside. Okay. And we notice that bathroom is much bigger. There's a dressing area for the closets, a much bigger area. All right. There's 2 TVs, one at the foot of the bed, one for the sitting area. They have a table in there. Right. They also have a corner Excel suite with a split balcony. So these are more what you think of as suites. They're also going to be much pricier. They have 2 separate balcony areas. Like, look how huge that is. And then they have it without the split. I would love to have that balcony and do that. There's actually, I'm not even all the way at the one I really want. Then there's an aft view. And they're beautiful. But how much time do you really spend in the room? However, if I had this balcony with a table, these lounge chairs, this big giant like bed type chair, they have their private hot tub, right? I would spend time there. On a sea day, I would never ever go to the public areas because I have my own private deck, right? Look how tons of money, but beautiful, right? And then the Carnival Excel Presidential Suite. All right. So again, more room inside, a separate room for that seating area. This is just part of their outdoor balcony. And again, that private hot tub. These are at the front of the ship, I believe. Right above, I believe they're right above the bridge where the captain is steering the ship. But we can see all this information about the rooms, what's on the decks. There's that roller coaster. Okay. And you can see everything that the ship offers. A lot of the upper decks on this ship are going to be those, public areas and things to do. All right. I think it's really important, no matter what cruise line you're working with, look at those deck plans to decide where you're going to book your clients. My general rule of thumb, I don't know that I'd book somebody on deck 15 right here because deck 16, as we just saw above, has all of this public area and pools and the buffet area. I want to be sandwiched between 2 decks that are all rooms. That's my preference. That's what I like to put people in for noise purposes. Nobody wants to be right above the theater or the nightclub. And then you're hearing that all night, right? So we would pick these that are all, sandwiched between others. When we went on the sister ship of this, we did one of these. We had like these 2 rooms with the extended balconies. And we were actually able to open the partition so that we could share the balcony together. All right. So it's important to look at those things. Now, depending which ship it is, they would have different things. Now, if I look at a different ship, that's a huge ship. Now, if I look at their oldest ship they currently are sailing and their smallest ship, the Carnival Elation, just by looking at that picture, we can tell, right? very few balcony cabins at all, and a much smaller ship. The other was close to 6,000 guests. 21, right? And we can see the different features it has. Like there's much less stuff. So you want to check out what a ship has to make sure you're getting your clients the amenities they want as well. All right. So this has much less. They're all going to have the kids clubs, but it doesn't have as many bells and whistles, you know? They're all going to have water slides. They're all going to have pools, but the amount of them and the quality of them for your clients will be different. All right. We also have marketing tools that you can do in here. There's a collateral library, destination flyers, all things you can use. Okay. Logos, videos, and images that you can use to advertise Carnival. Carnival Brand Center. All right. So you can find things in here to use to make ads. All right. Or things like that. You can use everything in here. This section is for booked clients where you can go into pay. The Be the Hero program it'll pop up if you have an upgrade offer for your clients. All right. Fun shops is where we're going to book additional things. So let me just pull up one of my cruises. Really the only cruise I have booked on Carnival right now, but so if I go into the fun shops, I have to choose the cruise. All right. This actually is my whole booking confirmation. But where is it? Fun shops right here. I could come in here and, choose shore excursions, drink packages, internet, photo packages, things. This could be where I could come in if this was a client. I could come in and they do give some agent discounts for these gifts if you wanted to do something, right? Like if somebody was just married, agent discount, and you wanted to have their room decorated for them because they're going on their honeymoon. Or whatever the case is that you wanted to gift, that you can gift them something. Sometimes there's agent discounts for things. Like you want to get them just like a little cup and that'll be delivered to their room for them. Or if your clients are wanting to get things, you could come in and do it and run their card. Remember, it would still be a credit card authorization form though. Anything you book for them. So you can book their drink packages, their shore excursions. By you running their card, they can access this the same way on their own booking. Because this actually brought me to carnival.com. But instead of me being in as me, I'm in as the travel agent. Okay. So you can access that from GoCCL. It also gives you important information like before you board, important frequently asked questions, their beverage packages, everything you need to know. They do have a training section. All right, learn and earn. I love this knowledge center. Any question you might have, you could type it in here, like kids programs. Carnival youth programs and facilities and activities. And I can get all that information. And then it lists by ship where they're located. Right? So if I have somebody going on this ship, the Carnival Breeze, I would with children, I would copy and paste this in the information I send them. Hey, here's all the information about where you can find stuff for your kids on the ship. Right? And then the general information, I'd send them that as well. But for the knowledge center, I can look up anything like private islands. See what pops up. Now that did not pop up what I wanted it to pop up. But water shuttle ports. Most of their private islands are water shuttle ports, right? But you can look up, it's got other stuff here. Cruise terminal information and parking. And you can look up any cruise terminal. They're going out of Charleston. Here's the information. Here's the website for that cruise terminal. I can give them directions on how to get there. They can know ahead of time how much it's going to cost them to park per day, all of that. So I love that Carnival has this knowledge center. Excuse me. They do also have an agent rewards program that you can enter your bookings that you do online. Typically, when I book over the phone, I can't enter them for some reason. I don't know why. All right. But let's go back so I can show you how I would go through this and actually book something. As I said, all of this is pretty much everything that just was shown through the top. Their promotions. I will often come in here and click see all promotions and screenshot these to make ads. Okay. But these are their current promotions going on. But if we're going to do a mock booking, a pretend booking to make an ad, I'm going to come in, click individual stateroom. Now, I could do a specific sailing, just so you know, like if you had a client call you and say, hey, my sister's family is going on the Carnival Magic on June 5th of next year. Can you get me on that ship too? I could come in here, choose it. Now there might not be one that date. I might have just made that. I made that date up. But let's say, all right, maybe it's June 8th, right? They're going on at June 8th. Can you get me on that same ship? Yes. Then you don't have to search for that. You can get the specific sailing. However, most of the time, that's not what they say. They tell me, hey, we want to travel for New Year's. We want to leave out of Florida. They don't care where in Florida. So I'm going to choose those. And we want to go for, we would prefer to go for 7 days. Okay. We can put all of those things in there. Now, if we knew the state, you could put it here. If you knew the person, like if it's somebody who's sailed before, but what you can do, you can click here. I'm just going to put my information in. And if you notice, as I put my name, it automatically popped up my state down here. I'm not actually going to add my number, but I'm going to show you how we look it up. You need their first name, last name. That is too far. And their date of birth and year. And it'll pull up their number and their status. I'm not going to add it because I don't want to put my promotions in for a mock booking ad. All right. And now I just search. It's going to show me all the sailings in December and January. Now, I'm going to do this for a family of 4. Notice as soon as I changed it, this turned red. Right now, it's not applying anything until I click that. But I also want to change the dates because I want to do over New Year's. So I can come down here where it says sailing date range. And I can choose, you know, they want to do 7 days and they want to be on the ship during New Year's. So anytime from the day after Christmas through, I'll do here. Okay. And now I apply the filters and it's going to change what's showing up as possible options. Okay. So we've got an 8-day Eastern Caribbean, a 7-day Eastern Caribbean. When I do a mock booking, I try to look for something that looks appealing for price wise, right? It's going to grab some people's attention. So I usually just kind of scan first. This one does stand out. I'm going to look at what the itinerary is. I do know that this is a mid to smaller size ship. However, I've been on a sister ship of that and I really do like it. But that's looking like some good pricing. However, this is looking way better, but they're not going to be on it for New Year's. If I want to do a New Year's, I don't really want that one. Really wish I wasn't a teacher right now and I could go on that cruise. An 8-day with a balcony starting at $674 per person. Now that is for 4 people in a room, but still, it's way cheaper. All right. I'm going to let me look at what this itinerary is first. So when you want to see the itinerary, you can click the name of it. Let me zoom in a little. 7-day Western Caribbean. All right, so this one's going to do Tampa, a day at sea. They're going to go Cozumel, Mexico, another day at sea. Then they're going to go to Jamaica, Montego Bay, Jamaica, Grand Cayman. I love Grand Cayman. A day at sea. And then day 8 really is the day they get back. So it's not really part of the cruise, right? That is a possibility. All right. So if there's somebody that has the whole first week of January off, it's a very good option. Just going to check some other itineraries. Let's see what this 7-day Western is. So this one's going to do 2 days at sea, Mahogany Bay, one of my most favorite ports in Roatan, Honduras, Belize, Cozumel, Mexico, fun day at sea, Port Canaveral. And this is going to be a different ship. This is one of the ones they got from Costa. It's actually a beautiful ship. This is the ship I'm going on in February. They will still be there during New Year's. Now the Celebration is going to be one of those newer ships with all those bells and whistles, which is why it's more money. Let's check out what this itinerary. So I check these itineraries. Ooh. Amber Cove, San Juan, Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, and they have 3 sea days. I really like that one. But I'm just checking the availability before I decide which one I want to do. Now, these leave 2 days apart, essentially sister ships, $50 difference. I'm going to check out the itinerary. While I like this itinerary, I like the other one better because they don't always have Puerto Rico and St. Thomas itineraries. I don't like to advertise if not all categories are available either. Well, if a suite isn't, I'm not that worried. Let's check where the Vista's going. An 8-day Southern. 2 sea days, Bonaire, Aruba, Grand Turk, fun day at sea. So this has 4 sea days and 3 ports. How much was it? I think I like this one on the Celebration. Anyone can chime in which ones they like better. So I'm going between right now the one on the Celebration, the Eastern Caribbean, or the one on the Venezia, which is the Italian style ship to the Western Caribbean. Those are the 2 I'm thinking of advertising. They both leave the same day. One's out of Orlando, one's out of Miami. I think I'm going to do the Celebration. Oh, Kathy said the Venezia. Let's look at it. The Celebration is going to be the same as is the ship that we looked at before. So they're both big ships. They are both big ships. Where are my other pictures of it? Well, that's not what I wanted to look at. But you can come in and see what it offers. They're both great ships. And this one's a little, right? It was a little bit less. Yeah, it's a little bit less, so we can get a lower price. So I'm going to click select sailings. Now, once I come in, there's multiple offers in here. Okay. Right now, I'm seeing 3 that are the same price. This is a new offer code that I'm unfamiliar with, but I'm going to look in a minute. When I look at these, they have an offer code. All I have to do is click the little I. They're going to be the same no matter what room type. So it includes price protection if the price changes. Includes onboard credit of $50 per cabin. They could choose their room. Relocation upgrade may apply. All right. This offer is good through June 10th. So it's only good for the next like 2 days. Sometimes that makes a difference when doing a booking. All right. This is the same price protection. It's half the amount of onboard credit. There's not a location upgrade, but they can still choose their own room. This one is good through June 30th. This is a new offer code that I've never seen before. Your peak at paradise. Early saver. This one does not have an expiration date. Price protection, $25 onboard credit. It's a possibility. I'm also going to scan and see what else is here. So the Super Saver is a tiny bit less, but you do not get to choose the room location. I do not like that control being taken away because you could end up in a really, really bad place. Because this one has no expiration date for an ad purpose, that's the one I'm going to advertise. Now, if somebody calls me and wants to book before June 10th, I will absolutely give them the one that has more onboard credit. It's going to be the same thing. All right. Doesn't matter. We can advertise interior. We could advertise. A lot of people like to advertise the lowest price point. All right. So the difference is less than $20 from the least expensive interior to the most expensive. All right. All I'm going to do is quick quote. I do add Carnival protection for everybody and the gratuities. So we are at $868 total deposit. I am going to do the math with a calculator. I'm going to cheat. 868 divided by 4. We're at a $217 per person deposit. Okay. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go to marketing and social media. I'm going to get my template. We're just going to do a regular old mock booking. We're not going to worry about a Canva or anything like that right now. You can absolutely take this information and turn it into a Canva if you like. Here's my template. I'm going to go to my Facebook. I always start on my Facebook business page. I know that everybody here has been to one of my travel ad trainings, so I was kind of going a little quick through that part. All right, so New Year's, what, Eastern? Western, right? Western Caribbean. Family Cruise Special. There's my title. December 29th to January 5th. Sailing from, oh, I don't need to take that away. Port Canaveral, Florida. Sailing to, let me double check all of the locations. Mahogany Bay, Belize, and Cozumel. Port fees, taxes, gratuities, and travel protection included. $217 per person. I'm going to write family of 4. Contact. Hey. Contact Tasha. You could say free quote, book this. Book this cruise. Licensed and bonded travel agent, pricing subject to availability. Going with fireworks today for New Year's. And again, if you don't like emojis, you don't have to use emojis. I just like something to stand out instead of just words. You can do bullet points. All right. Like here, I might just do the asterisk. I like the money sign when I talk about the money. Oh, I want to include onboard credit for booking with me. And now I'm going to add pictures. I did not prepare this ahead of time to get the pictures, so let me grab them. I feel like I recently did one for the Venezia. And I had pictures. I know that I have pictures of all of those locations. I actually know that I recently did one for the Venezia. I'm gonna make this real easy. Must steal them again from my Facebook. Oh, they're on a Canva. Never mind. This is the one that has that like beautiful atrium. Now, if I were doing this, I have pictures already on my computer of these locations. But to save time in this training, I like to get the nice pictures of the blue water. Now I'm at 3. And I do like different pictures so that they're not all the same. And as I've said many times before, when I'm doing pictures like this, 5 is the magic number, because then they don't have to click see more to see any of them. Yeah, I'm still recording. All right. So let me put that in the chat for you while that's posting. So I like that I can see all the pictures in one post. Okay. I didn't mean to click stop share.